I just hope that you miss me a little when I am gone. Some people don't realize what they have until it's gone, but that doesn't always mean they deserve to get it back. Loss is a strange thing. It doesn't just take something away, but it also leaves an emptiness that lingers, a void where something meaningful used to be. If you cannot hold me in your arms, then hold my memory in high regard. And if I cannot be in your life, at least let me live in your heart. It's a simple request, one born not of bitterness but of the love that remains even when everything else falls apart. Our plans for the future once made us laugh and feel close, as though we were invincible, as though nothing could ever pull us apart. Those moments of shared hope were intoxicating, like promises whispered under the stars. But somehow, those same plans, the ones meant to unite us, ended up driving a wedge between us. It's ironic, isn't it? The very things we thought would bring us closer became the reasons we couldn't last. The first time I felt the ache of missing someone, it was because of you. It's an unfamiliar, hollow pain that I didn't know how to navigate. It's not just about wanting to see you, it's the deep, soul-crushing realization that life without you feels incomplete. I keep yearning for the old days. I long for the time when the sound of a ringing phone brought excitement because I knew it was you. There's something comforting about certainty, about knowing that someone was there, thinking of you, waiting to connect. I miss the silly fights, the way we'd argue over nothing and then laugh about it hours later. I miss the way you kissed me, like you meant it, like you missed me just as much as I missed you. Those moments were fleeting but powerful, leaving behind memories that refuse to fade. I want to go back to that. I want to get back to a time when things felt simpler, when our love felt unstoppable. But time doesn't work that way, does it? It only moves forward, dragging us with it, whether we're ready or not. The difficult days without you have passed, but not without their cost. They left me battered, with scars I didn't ask for but now wear as part of who I am. The pain was sharp and unrelenting, but somehow, I survived it. Your memory still clings to me, though, like a shadow I can't outrun. There are moments when it brings comfort, but more often than not, it brings tears. Missing you feels like a disaster, one I willingly signed up for because loving you was worth it. But leaving you? That's a pain I hate, a choice I wish I never had to make. No one deserves a long farewell, yet here we are, trapped in this endless goodbye. I've heard it said that absence makes the heart grow fonder, and in some ways, it's true. In your absence, my mind has built a version of you that is larger than life, a version that reality could never hope to match. Memories have a way of painting things in soft, golden hues, erasing the flaws and amplifying the beauty. It's unfair to you, perhaps, but it's the only way I know how to cope. Your memory feels like home, a place I can't help but return to, no matter how far I try to wander. But life doesn't pause for us to grieve. People move on, or at least they try. I've seen it happen time and time again. The current boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife is often just an attempt to fill the void left by someone else. These attempts are rarely successful because the heart remembers what the mind tries to forget. So don't say you miss me when it's your fault I'm gone. Those words ring hollow when they come too late. He'll regret the way he treated you, don't worry about that. Life has a way of teaching people lessons they'd rather avoid. But you? You don't have to carry his regrets. Focus on your growth, on becoming the person you were always meant to be. When he sees how strong you've become, the sorrow in his eyes will tell you everything you need to know. He was the one who let you go, and now he has to live with that. The clouds above seem to wave mockingly as my heart sings its song of sorrow. It's a tune I never wanted to know, but one I've learned all too well. I remember someone who made every day mean something, someone who brought light into my darkest moments. And now, without that someone, I feel lost. Nothing seems to matter the way it used to. The world has lost its color, its vibrancy, its spark. I keep telling myself that time will heal, but what if it doesn't? What if I'm destined to carry this ache forever? Growth, I've learned, doesn't always come from happy places. Sometimes, it comes from pain, from absence, from the spaces left behind by the people we thought we'd never lose. Loving you was a gift and a curse, a joy and a heartbreak. Missing you? That's the price I pay. But I'll keep paying it because, for a moment in time, you were everything. And that's something I'll never regret. You have become the most important person in my life, and I cannot imagine giving your place to anyone else. Your presence has become so deeply ingrained in my existence that the very thought of losing you fills me with unbearable dread. I am determined to do whatever it takes to make things right between us, no matter the effort or sacrifice required. Among all the countless interactions and connections I've experienced in my life, you are the one who has left an indelible mark on my heart. Meeting you felt like discovering the love of my life, a love that illuminated my path, giving me clarity, purpose, and hope. You opened the door to a kind of happiness and transformation I had only dreamed of. When I think about my future, I see it vividly with you by my side. You may not realize it, but you have a profound power over me, a power no one else has ever held. For so long, I was searching for fulfillment in places where it could not be found. I tried to fill the emptiness in my heart through various pursuits, but nothing ever truly satisfied me. The people I met were fleeting presences in my life, many of them shallow and uninterested in anything beyond surface-level connections. They sought short-term bonds that lacked depth, leaving me feeling even more alone. These experiences only deepened the yearning in my heart. I often felt like I was wandering through life, carrying an enormous void I couldn't explain. Despite this emptiness, I held on to a belief that somewhere in this vast world, there was someone meant for me. I felt certain there was a soulmate out there, someone whose essence perfectly complemented mine. This belief kept me going, even when the emptiness seemed overwhelming. Then, one day, I met you. That moment changed everything. It was as though the universe had finally answered all the questions that had haunted me for so long. Before I met you, I felt like I was navigating life alone, even when surrounded by people. I was burdened by a sense of isolation, compounded by the pressure to conform to what society expected of me. I spent most of my life following the crowd, adhering to societal norms and doing what others thought I should do. I believed that was the only way to be accepted. I ignored my own desires and aspirations, opting instead to blend in with the masses. But deep down, I knew something was missing. That emptiness followed me everywhere, a constant reminder that I wasn't truly living the life I was meant to live. Meeting you changed all of that. You brought light into my life in ways I could never have imagined. My thoughts, my perspective, and even the way I respond to life's challenges have all been transformed by your presence. You've shown me a new way of being, a way that feels authentic and meaningful. The decisions I make now are no longer shaped by the expectations of others, but are guided by the clarity and strength I've found through you. Every little change, every big decision, is imbued with the love and inspiration you've given me. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for me. Thank you for holding space for me, for believing in me even when I struggled to believe in myself. Thank you for being my strength when I felt weak and for supporting me through the hardest moments of my life. You've shown me what true partnership and unconditional love look like. I can't express in words how much you mean to me, but I want you to know that I love you more deeply than I ever thought possible. All my life, I've been searching for something, someone who could make me feel whole. I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, but I always had this sense that there was a person out there who would make everything make sense. Someone who would bring me peace, joy, and fulfillment. Now, I know that person is you. With you, I found not only love but also the strength to be my true self. You've shown me that it's possible to live a life filled with meaning and purpose, and for that, I will be forever grateful. You've given me more than just your love, you've given me a future to believe in. You've helped me grow in ways I never imagined, and I am so thankful for every moment we've shared. My life is richer, brighter, and more beautiful because of you. I am committed to cherishing you, to holding on to what we have, and to building a future that reflects the love and happiness you've brought into my life. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for being you. I love you.